What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. I'm going to try to make this one quick because I forgot to charge my camera. The Toronto Maple Leafs have made some signings here on free agency day, the start of free agency. It's so weird now that it's not on July 1st, but anyways, hopefully that will get back to normal. But if you are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I know a lot of you guys have been subscribing, so thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate it. But the first signing that the Toronto Maple Leafs have made, and we'll go through a few of them and we'll talk a little bit about them. But Ilya Samsonov, goaltender, 1-year contract at $1.8 million. The 25-year-old will join the Maple Leafs after 4 seasons with the Washington Capitals. We'll look at his numbers in a second. He's a former first-round pick, 22nd overall in the 2015 NHL draft. So this shows that it's not just Murray that's going to be in the crease. You know, we thought maybe Shalgren would be the backup and then Murray would have to take on most of the games. But Samsonov is a goalie that's still a little bit unproven, only 25 years old. And I think that this is actually a really good fit. This is the goalie that I wanted the Leafs to get if we were going to go out there and get a backup that could play a few games. Again, goaltenders are weird. Sometimes, you know, they could have really good seasons and then a poor one and then a really bad one, a good one. It goes all over the place, but I think that this is actually going to work out for the Leafs. I really do like this signing. And again, we'll look at the numbers, but the Toronto Maple Leafs are running with limited cap space to go out there and sign free agents. Whether or not they're going to make a trade, a Justin Hall or a Kerfoot or a Muzzin if it gets that extreme, the Leafs are working with limited funds, and I think Samsonov is a good bargain get, and I think he'll be a very good goaltender for this team. Now, other signings, like I said, Samsonov, Nicholas Aube-Kubel, he's signed to a 1-year deal. He'll be a depth piece, probably playing on the 4th line for the Maple Leafs. And then Adam Gaudette, who's more than likely going to be going to the Toronto Marlies, another good depth piece for the Maple Leafs. Now, we also know that Jack Campbell has signed with the Edmonton Oilers, 5 years at $5 million, and Ilya Mikheyev signed a 4-year deal, just under $5 million with the Vancouver Canucks. So lots of action, lots of guys getting paid. But I want to go back to Samsonov because that's the big deal. Kubel is probably just going to be a depth 4th line guy, and Gaudette is going to be a Marley more than likely. But Samsonov is a lot more interesting. 25 years old. There's a lot of people that still value this guy as potentially being a starting goaltender. And with goalies, you have to understand they take a lot more time to develop, and some of them bloom at a way later age. So if this guy can come in and as a 25, 26-year-old play meaningful games for the Leafs, that's a win. So in 2019, 2020, 26 games, he actually was pretty decent. 2.54 goals against and a 9.13 save percentage. So that's actually pretty good. In the 2020-2021 season with the Capitals, only 19 games, but decent numbers, and then, you know, not the greatest numbers, but a very small sample size in the playoffs. And then with Washington, the 2021-22 season was the first time he's seen any extended action and had over 3 goals against, excuse me, I'm still a little bit sick, over 3 goals against average and an under 900 save percentage. But again, sometimes when goaltenders take on that big load of games and they start to really, you know, get the playing time, it takes a little bit to adjust. And it also depends on the team. I would think the Capitals are probably a decent team. I know they're a decent team. So it's not like the team in front of him wasn't good. It's just sometimes when that big, you know, amount of games starts to come at you and you're finally a starter, it's either you crack under the pressure or you thrive. And I think that with, you know, over double the amount of games that he's used to playing, it probably got the best of him, and he just didn't perform as well. But then you've seen in the playoffs in 5 games, 2.97 and a 912 save percentage. So maybe the sweet spot for him is around the 25 to 30 game, you know, area, which is fine. If the Leafs get decent goaltending from Matt Murray, that will be a sweet spot for the Leafs. I think that this is a really good signing, and with limited, maybe not, I don't want to say limited because 25 to 30 games isn't limited, but with less than a starting load that he got in Washington, this could be a really, really good value pickup for the Leafs at $1.8 million. So as it stands right now, roughly with the way I would run the team, The Leafs have just over $4 million in cap space without Rasmus Sandin and Pierre Engvall, so this cap space is virtually gone. Now, they could get rid of Justin Hall and give themselves an extra $2 million and also trade Alex Kerfoot. Whatever they choose to do, they still need a couple forwards, and like I said, they still need to find a spot for Sandin. And again, one of those spots more than likely is taken by Pierre Engvall. But I think that they're making some value pickups. Samsonov is definitely the best value pickup, and Nick Robertson's going to have to step into a bigger role next year with the team. But I like the move. The Samsonov move. The Kubel and Gaudette move is just depth in my eyes. But I like the moves. I think that they're good. But they need to go out there and get a Strome, or they need to go out there and get a Milano, or somebody, one of the names that we think could be a good value pickup. But that would mean they're going to have to make another move. They would have to make a trade, because I don't think they'll be able to fit all that with $4 million. So we'll have to see what happens. Stay locked into the channel. Again, at the time I'm recording this, it could be all changed by now, but I can't predict the future. So if you are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.